Thank you so much for being with Bloomberg today. So you had a board meeting yesterday. Are you going to announce some share buybacks?
Actually, yes. Yesterday, the board of directors of Uralkali took a decision to announce a buyback. So we're going to take into account a very strong fundamentals of the potash business and strong position of Uralkali on the market. We believe that the company is going to create considerable value for our shareholders. And today, financial markets are not doing very well. We see that the performance of shares in general and for Uralkali as well wasn't very strong. And we believe that today investment into the share of Uralkali is a great opportunity, is one of the greatest opportunity on the stock market. And we also would like to maintain the proper capital structure for the company, and that's why the board of directors took the decision to start a buyback program. The total amount of shares we're going to buy from the market is around 2.5 billion US dollar, and the buyback program will continue for 1 year. And we hope that this will create considerable value for our shareholders.
Great. Why are you doing that? Why is it urgent to do it at this specific moment?
Because we believe that today the shares of our company are hugely undervalued, taking into account a very strong fundamentals of our business. And the potash business is doing extremely well for the time being. We see that despite the financial turmoil, we see very strong demand almost on all the markets worldwide. And we see that potash prices keep growing, and we believe that we will generate considerable cash flow in the future, and financial performance of the company will remain very strong.
$2.5 billion for the next year before the end of 2012. Is that exactly what you're considering? And do you think that number might grow?
No, we believe that 2.5 billion US dollar, that is a rather high amount. We're not, well, most probably we'll be able to do this in steps, depending on the performance of our shares. And we're going to buy our shares both in Russia and in terms of GDRs on London Stock Exchange as well.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but your share price has been sliding from around $30 billion from to below $20 billion, which is the level which was before the Civinit acquisition, right?
That's correct, and actually that was one of the reasons why we decided to go for the buyback, because we know that actually nothing has changed with our business, just the opposite. The business is doing very well, and today there is a huge discrepancy between the performance of our business and the way how the financial market value our company.
So how much are you expecting your share price to rebound after this share buyback?
We don't know, because it's rather difficult to make any focused in the, let's say, environment, where financial markets fluctuate a lot. But nevertheless, I think that this could help, let's say, get the fair value for our company.
You also said recently that you would meet to consider a 5-year spending plan. How much spending are you talking about, and to add how much capacity?
The main strategy of Uralkali is the strategy of growth. We have been growing above the market average. Already next year we are going to add additional 1.5 million tons. So the total capacity of the company will be 13 million tons. So we will be #1 in terms of production on the market, and we'll take also the leading position on the market in terms of capacity. We also have the opportunity to grow above that based on the brownfield project and greenfield project. We believe that our expansion program is the cheapest and the most efficient expansion program on the global potash market. And in terms of figures, I think that we'll be able to present our CapEx program and our, let's say, expansion program to the board of directors in October. And as soon as it has been approved, we'll make it publicly available.
In terms of spending, would you consider bidding for a stake in Uralkali?
Well, we're not considering that because we're not aware that Belarusian authorities are going to put this asset on the sale.
But if they were putting it on sale in the future, would you consider bidding for it?
If there were, there are no problem that we will participate in this project because we already have a very good joint venture with Uralkali, that is a Belarusian potash company. Together we have very strong position on the market. We would like to keep this position for the future. And we also believe that Uralkali is very good potash asset and it can create some synergies for our company as well.
So you wouldn't let it go to the hands of India or China?
Well, for the time being...
Sorry.
For the time being, according to our knowledge, Belarusian government are not discussing with anybody the selling of controlling stake, and it's fine with us if minority stake will go to any portfolio investor.
But what would it mean for you if the stake was falling into the hands of India or China?
It will not mean anything for us because this will not change the structure how the potash of Uralkali is sold to the market. So Belarusian potash company will still be an exclusive exporter of all the product of Uralkali, which means that together with Uralkali we'll be able to keep our consolidated position on the market.
How much would you be ready to spend for a stake?
Well, for the time being, we're not making any, let's say, evaluation, and in this volatile business environment and financial environment in particular, we think that, well, the potash, Belarusian potash assets is a good one, but once again, we need a lot of details in order to make a fair judgment on that.
I think you said that potash prices may reach 600 per ton this year. How is that possible?
Well, we're almost there. Actually, we just increased our potash prices by $30 on Brazilian market, and we already see that this price was accepted by the market because Brazilian market has been growing above the market average with 5% growth rate, and this year we believe that it will be a record year in general for the potash industry and Brazilian market in particular. We see that prices for agricultural products remain on a very stable and a very high level, and farmers around the world have a very strong economics of farming, which means that they can afford paying high prices because they know that potash is one of the main tools to increase the efficiency of the activity.
What's your outlook for next year for potash prices for 2012?
Well, it will go above $600 on the spot market without any doubt. We are going to sign a new contract with India and with China in the first quarter and in the second quarter of 2012, and those contracts will be assigned on new price level, which will be higher than existing one.
My final question is more generally about the situation in Russia. Are you experiencing some difficulty finding cash to borrow in international markets? Because it seems like investors are a bit reluctant to lend to Russian companies at the moment.
In our case, we have a very strong financial position. The current level of our debt is around 2.3 billion US dollar, which is less than anticipated for 2011. EBITDA anticipated for 2011, which means that we can easily get additional financing from the debt market. And just yesterday, the board of directors also approved the new loan from Sberbank for the amount of 2 billion US dollar on the very attractive conditions. So we believe that we will continue to enjoy favorable, let's say, financial environment for our company. But the main reason behind that is very strong business performance of our company.